Hello students, good morning everyone and welcome back in social science lecture. So students, today we will start the new subject in social science, that is civics, or it is also called as a political science. The very first chapter we are going to start today, but before that I would like to tell you little bit importance of civics in your syllabus. That why should students learn civics in school curriculum. So, my dear children, civics education empowers us to be well informed, active citizens and gives us the opportunity to change the world around us. It is a vital part of any democracy and equips ordinary people with knowledge about our democracy and our constitution. For example, voting is a major responsibility of every citizen, and every citizen should take the advantage of it. So, I hope, my dear children, in short, you understood here the importance of civics or the political science subject, that why should you learn it. So, let's start here the first chapter of class 10 CBSE. But before that, students, I would like to give you today's thought, and that is विश्वास वह शक्ति है जिससे उजड़ी हुई दुनिया में प्रकाश लाया जा सकता है. Yes, my dear children, and with this good belief only, today we are going to start our very first chapter of civics, and here it is, that is power sharing. So, my dear children, before starting about the chapter, I would like to ask you here one question, that what does this title suggest us? Definitely, you people are not in front of me, but wherever you are sitting or wherever you are available there you can think that what does this title suggest? Power sharing means what? Is it like that Shaktiman is available there or Superman is available there and they are having a lots of power and they wants to share their power, and after sharing their power they came to know that, oh my god, we became a weak? Is it like that? So no, my dear children, it's not like that. So exactly what is mean by the power sharing and what are we going to study in this lesson? So let's see. Here I have given the meaning of power sharing. What is power sharing? So this meaning is not available in your textbook, my dear children, but on the basis of your previous knowledge, definitely you can take out the meaning of power sharing. So power sharing is the distribution of power among the organs of government like legislature, executive and judiciary. Beside power sharing also include sharing at different levels like central, state and local levels. So students, for the clarification of the meaning of power sharing, I would like to go back in history chapter. So in history chapter number 1 we have completed there, that is nationalism in Europe. And what have we seen there? That how did the big empire or the big kingdom transform into nation state or into democratic republic. So after, means when the old regime was available there, that time power was with kings, or power was there controlled, power was controlled by one hand only. But after becoming the nation state, power shifted to the people, and how that power is been shared, this is all about the chapter. वो मीन्स नेशन स्टेट बनने के बाद उस पावर का शेयरिंग कैसे किया गया ऑन अ डिफरेंट लेवल्स और ऑन अ डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द स्टोरी here which we are going to see one by one. So here in furthermore slide, the first point I have mentioned here of your lesson, which is Belgium and Sri Lanka, power sharing in Belgium and Sri Lanka. So my dear children, exactly your chapter, it is start from this point, from page number 2 this point is available. So before starting, students, I would like to request to all that please keep your textbook with you, while listening this audio. So my dear students, this chapter also starts with the story of country which is Belgium and Sri Lanka, where we will study the ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka. So students, let's try to understand here what is meant by ethnic. And again, my dear students, I would like to tell you here one question also can be framed there, that what is the ethnic composition and of Belgium and Sri Lanka. So from that point of view only you need to understand this point. So here means whatever the points students we are going to cover, from the question point of view only you need to understand it. So it will very easy to you for the preparation of your board. So here we are going to start the first point, and there in that first point what are we going to study? The ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka. But before seeing that ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka, first you should know there the meaning of ethnic. So what is meant by the ethnic? Here I have mentioned a social division based on culture. People belonging to the same ethnic group believe in their common descent because of similarities of physical type or of culture or both. Means what, students? Ethnic, it is a social division. Ethnic composition means what? It is a social division on what basis? On culture, where people belong to the same ethnic group. Same ethnic group means who believe in their common descent because of similarities of physical types or a culture or both. So here this definition is available there on page number 2. Ethnic means exactly what? When the people share their the same bond related to the religion, caste, creed, or the language. When the people or when the social group, when they believe on the same religion, same caste, same creed, or same language, that time that group it is called as a ethnic group. At that time that type of composition it is called as a ethnic composition. So I hope students here this word is clear to you, or the meaning of this word is clear to all of you, and this word is important as far as your very short answer is concerned. So I hope it is clear. Now in furthermore slide we are going to see that how was the ethnic composition there of Belgium and Sri Lanka. So Belgium and Sri Lanka showcase their different approach to power sharing, the nature of various conflicts in the country which rose out of language diversity and how they dealt with it. So while Sri Lanka applied majoritarianism and Belgium used accommodation. So students, in earlier slide I have cleared there the meaning of ethnic. Now here we are going to study the case study of two countries, that is Belgium and Sri Lanka. And why we are going to study about this country Belgium and Sri Lanka? Because we have to understand the concept of power sharing from the perspective of worldwide, or from the worldwide perspective we need to understand here the concept of power sharing. So in Belgium and in Sri Lanka showcase their different approach to the power sharing, the nature of various conflicts in the country. So my dear children, in Belgium and in Sri Lanka various conflicts were available there because different language diversity was available there, or different caste people were available there, and on the basis of language too much diversity was available there. So how they dealt with it means after getting an independence उन्होंने उस diversity के साथ कैसे deal किया. So while Sri Lanka applied majoritarianism and Belgium used accommodation. So with the language diversity means ethnic में हमने क्या समझा कि ethnic क्या होता है? Ethnic social group means where the different language people are available, where the different caste people are available, or where the different cultural people are available, but belonging from the same group or belonging from the same society. For example, in India also different caste people are available there, different language people are available there, but they belong from the same state, that is India. So like that, in Belgium and in Sri Lanka, there was also the language diversity was available there. So after getting an independence, how they dealt with this language diversity. So Sri Lanka applied there the majoritarianism concept and Belgium used there the accommodation. So students, what is mean by the majoritarianism and what is mean by the accommodation? So we will see this both point in further more slides, but before that, here what we are going to see, the ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka means definitely the diversity was available there on the basis of language. So first of all, let's see what type of diversity was available there in Belgium and in Sri Lanka. So here I have given the language spoken in Belgium, means I have mentioned here the diversity on the basis of language in Belgium. So my dear children, clearly here you can see that in Belgium 59% people speaks Dutch who lives in Flemish region, which is the north part of Belgium. Means here you can see that this is the Flemish region, which is the north part of Belgium. And 40% people speak French who lives in south. And 40% people speak which language? French who lives in south, which is known as a Wallonia region. Then 59% people who lives in a Flemish region. Which language they spoke there? So they spoke their French language. So here I hope my dear children it is clear there that 40% French people were available, means French language speaking people were available there, and 59% Dutch language speaking people were available there. And the French language speaking people, they were available in Flemish region, and Dutch language speaking people, they were available in Wallonia region, and 1% people, they were speaking Germany. So this is all about from the point of view of all country. Means here I have given you the language diversity from the whole country point of view. Okay, means overall in whole country Flemish region was available there, where 40% of French speaking people were available, and Wallonia region was available there, where 59% Dutch speaking people were available there. So I hope student it is clear. Now further, means the Brussels is there the capital of Belgium, but in Brussels the language diversity was different there. And what was? So here I have mentioned, see, in Brussels Dutch speaking people was available there 20%, and French speaking people was available there 80%, where means on the contrary in whole Belgium French people were there 40% only, and Dutch people were there 59%. Means here you can see clearly, my dear children, that in Brussels French people majority were there, means French speaking people majority was there, and in Belgium, in overall country, Dutch speaking people majority was available there. So this is all about the ethnic composition of Belgium. So students, till here only you need to understand, means part by part हम लोग आगे जाएंगे, but here what do you understand that what is the ethnic composition of Belgium? So we have seen ethnic composition यानी क्या कि ethnic means क्या कि अलग अलग लैंग्वेज बोलने वाले लोग होते हैं, अलग अलग कास्ट के लोग होते हैं, अलग अलग सोशल ग्रुप होते हैं on the basis of language, caste, creed or religion, or on the basis of culture also. So here we have seen on the basis of language what was the ethnic composition of Belgium. So students, I hope you understood the ethnic composition of Belgium. Now we are going to move further, where we are going to see the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka on the basis of language. So now, total, how much population is available there of Sri Lanka? 2 crore people population is available there in Sri Lanka, among which Sinalas were available there, 74% who speaks their Sinali language. Then miscellaneous were available there, 1%. Then Christians are available there, 7%. And then Tamilians are available there, 18%, in which two groups are available there, Indian Tamils and Sri Lankan Tamils. So students, this is all about the ethnic composition of Sri Lanka, where you can understand that majority people who are here, the majority people, so Sinalas are here the majority people. So students, I hope clearly you people are understood here. In Belgium, 59% people speaks Dutch who lives in Flemish region, and which is the north part of Belgium, and 40% people speaks French who lives in south. This region is known as a Wallonia region, and remain 1% people speaks German. So this is all about the whole country. And in Brussels, which is capital of Belgium, there 80% people speaks French and 20% people speaks Dutch. Okay, now students, from this data आपको ये पता चल गया होगा कि कंट्री में मेजॉरिटी किसकी थी, तो डच की थी, लेकिन कैपिटल में मेजॉरिटी किसकी थी, तो फ्रेंच की थी. Okay, so this is all about the Belgium. And here in Sri Lanka, मेजॉरिटी किसकी थी, तो मेजॉरिटी थी सिनालास की, और माइनॉरिटी किसकी थी, तो माइनॉरिटीज़ थी तमिल्स की. ओके, so this is all about the ethnic composition of both country, that is Belgium and Sri Lanka. So students, one direct question can ask here that write about or explain the ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka. For very short answer, this question can ask there. So I hope students you understood here. Now in furthermore slide, we are going to see the next point, that is majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. So students, here you have understood that what kind of ethnic composition was available there in Sri Lanka. So first of all means what we have understood till now, the ethnic composition of Belgium and ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. Now one by one we are going to study there that though this type of language diversity was available there, so how did they react towards this language diversity, means after getting an independence, how did Sri Lanka deal to this problem of diversification, and how did Belgium deal to this problem of diversification. So let's start here. So as I have mentioned in my earlier slide also, that Sri Lanka adopted there the concept of majoritarianism or the technique of majoritarianism. But before seeing the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka, let's try to understand here what is meant by the majoritarianism. Because here also, my dear children, direct question can ask that explain the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka, or what is meant by the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. This question also can ask for short answer also and for long answer also. Means it cannot be asked for a long answer, but definitely it may be there for short answer. So let's try to understand here what is meant by the majoritarianism. So majoritarianism is a belief that the majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it, by disregarding the wants, wishes and needs of minority. So it is very clearly, my dear children, that what is meant by the majoritarianism, it is a belief. ये एक ऐसा बिलीव है दैट द मेजोरिटी कम्युनिटी, जहाँ पे मेजोरिटी कम्युनिटी शुड बी एबल टू रूल अ कंट्री विच एवर वे इट बाय डिसरिगार्डिंग द वांट्स, विशेस एंड नीड्स ऑफ द माइनॉरिटी. यानी ये एक ऐसा विश्वास है जहाँ पे मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी अपने मन में जैसा आएगा वैसे वो रूल करेंगी, किसको डिसरिगार्ड करते हुए, डिसरिगार्डिंग द वांट्स विशेस एंड द नीड्स ऑफ माइनॉरिटी। यानी जो भी माइनॉरिटी पीपल है, जैसे कि श्रीलंका में माइनॉरिटी पीपल कौन थे, so Tamilians were available there in minority. So in Sri Lanka they adopted the principle of majoritarianism, where they disregarding the wants, wishes and needs of minority, means where they disregarding the wants, wishes and needs of Tamilians. So I hope students here majoritarianism is cleared. Now in furthermore slide we will see there that after adopting the principle of majoritarianism, what type of problems happened there in Sri Lanka, or how did the minority people they react or they reacted towards this majoritarianism. So here the furthermore slide. So majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. So my dear children, Sri Lanka, इट गॉट इंडिपेंडेंस इन 1948। लगभग हमारे साथ ही श्रीलंकन्स को या श्रीलंका को इंडिपेंडेंस मिला था। पहले ये सैलॉन के नाम से जाना जाता था। एंड आफ्टर गेटिंग एन इंडिपेंडेंस, leaders of Sinhala community tried to dominate and took some majoritarian measure. So students, means after getting an independence, majority was available there of whom? So majority was there available of Sinhala community, means when they fought for their freedom, that time in that freedom struggle also the Sinhala's majority was available there. So that's why Sinhala community was available there in a majority. And how did they took this majority Sinhalians? They tried to dominate and took some majoritarian measures. मीन्स वो मेजॉरिटी में थे, इसीलिए उन्होंने वो डोमिनेंस में चले गए एंड दे ट्राई टू डोमिनेट टू द minority people. How did they try to dominate to the minority people? So they passed their 1956 act, and according to that act it declared Sinhala as the official language. उन्होंने क्या किया, Sinhalas को क्या कर दिया, as a official language declare कर दिया. Then preferential policies favoring Sinhalas for university education and government job. And in office sector also, who will only get the job? Sinhalas only will get the job. In university, who will get the education? Only Sinhalas will get the education. And in government, who will get the jobs? Only Sinhalians will get there the job. Means here, if you see it, or if you try to understand it, then you can definitely understand that Tamilians means completely neglected. So, and one more thing they have mentioned on the dominance, that is, state shall protect and foster Buddhism and relations were strained. उन्होंने Buddhism को आगे लेके आए because Sinhalians they believe on Buddhism. So in this way, students, here is the concept of majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. If the question will be asked there that what is the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka, so all these points you need to mention there and then you can elaborate this point. Okay, so I hope students you understood here that majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. What is the basic concept here? That under this majoritarianism concept, Tamilians they alienated, or Tamilians they neglected. Now, how did Tamilians reacted? Let's see in furthermore slide. What was the outcome of this majoritarianism? So this major created feeling of inequality among Sri Lankan Tamilians. They felt that these policies denied them equal political rights and opportunity, जो कि सही था. Means total whatever there the rights were available, all rights had been given to the Sinhalas only, and who neglected there? Tamilians neglected there. So that's why Tamilians, Sri Lankan Tamils, they started to feel there that these policies are not good for them, and these policies have not been given equal political rights and opportunities to them, which was the truth. So Sri Lankan Tamilians or Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggled, and they demanded. So what was the outcome of this majoritarianism major? इसका परिणाम क्या हुआ? दैट श्रीलंकन तमिल्स दे लॉन्च द पार्टी, उन्होंने अपना पार्टी लॉन्च किया, एंड दे वेंट ऑन अ स्ट्रगल एंड दे डिमांडेड फॉर रिकग्निशन ऑफ तमिल एज एन ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज। उन्होंने भी डिमांड किया कि जैसे सिनालास को एज एन ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज रिकग्नाइज किया जा रहा है या उन्हें इंपॉर्टेंस दिया जा रहा है, लाइक दैट तमिल्स ऑल्सो शुड गिव, और तमिल लैंग्वेज ऑल्सो should give there the recognition. Then regional autonomy होनी चाहिए, means region में उनको भी importance देना चाहिए. Equality of opportunity in education and job, एजुकेशन और जॉब में इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलनी चाहिए एज सिनालाज इज बिंग गेटिंग देयर. दो ऑल दिस डिमांड्स वर डिनाइड, बट Sinalas they didn't accept this demand of Tamils. Then what next? When the Tamils demand were denied there by the Sinhalas, what happened there next? Let's see in further slide. So demand for separate state means in 1980s several political organizations started demanding separate state. Tamil ilams means 1980 में पॉलिटिकल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फ्रेम की गई जहाँ पे तमिलियंस ने क्या डिमांड किया? तमिल इलम्स. इलम्स यानी दिस इज़ अ तमिल वर्ड विच इज़ मीन बाय अ स्टेट. उन्हें क्या चाहिए था? डिफरेंट स्टेट चाहिए था. एंड द डिस्टर्ब्ड डेवलप्ड and civil war started its result. Thousands of people got killed. But we have seen here, student, that demand for separate state, when it happened there, that time Sinalas they denied completely the demand of Tamilians, which has resulted in civil war, and thousands of people got killed. Many families were forced to leave the country as refugees. Many more lost their livelihood. Excellent record of Sri Lankan's economic development, education and health received a terrible setback. In starting, where the Sri Lankans were having their the excellent record in economic development, in education and in health sector, then when the civil war happened there between Tamilians and Sinalas, then it received a terrible setback. Terrible setback means Sri Lankans they completely faced their the downfall because they didn't share their power equally among the group. So I hope, my dear children, now you can relate with the title of the chapter. Why did Sri Lankans they had to face their the terrible setback, or why did Sri Lankans they had to face their the terrible loss in their economic development, in their education sector and in their health sector? Because after getting an independence, they didn't share their power equally among all group of society. And here, students, you can understand the importance of power sharing. So this is all about majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Now we are going to see here the accommodation in बेल्जियम. मीन्स हमने देखो स्टूडेंट्स, हमने चैप्टर कहाँ से स्टार्ट किया? तो हमने एथनिक कंपोजिशन देखा बेल्जियम का और श्रीलंका का. देन वी हैव सीन देयर, मीन्स इन दैट एथनिक कंपोजिशन वी हैव सीन देयर दैट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ लैंग्वेज डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इज अवेलेबल देयर. And after getting an independence, how did these two countries how did the Sri Lanka dealt with this diversification? So we have seen there that Sri Lanka they have adopted there the measure of majoritarianism, जिसका result क्या हुआ? It broke in civil war. Civil war, again civil war means क्या होता है student? That also I want to tell you here. Civil war means when the war begin in civilians, यानी कंट्री के कंट्री में जब वॉर होता है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ए सिविलियंस. अभी श्रीलंका में जो सिविल वॉर हुआ था वो किसके बीच में हुआ था? तो सिनालाज एंड श्रीलंकन तमिल. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज ए सिविल वॉर. तो व्हाई दे हैड टू फेस देयर द सिविल वॉर? बिकॉज पावर हैज नॉट shared there equally among the society or among the different social group in a country. Now this is all about the Sri Lanka. Now let's see that Belgium, how did they deal with this diversification? Because we have seen, my dear children, that on the basis of language diversification was available there in Belgium also. So let's see how did Belgium reacted towards this diversification. So it is known there as a accommodation in Belgium, means power sharing by accommodation in Belgium. Now what is this accommodation? Let's see. We have seen majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Now we are going to see accommodation in Belgium. So let's start. So students, accommodation in Belgium means, see that in Belgium also the lots of diversification was available there on the basis of language. So how did they adopt, or how did they deal with this problem? So what have they done here? The first, the Belgium leaders took a different path. Belgium leaders ने एक different path लिया. They recognized the existence of regional differences and cultural diversities. उन्होंने cultural differences को और diversities को क्या किया? Recognize किया, उसे समझा. And between 1970 and 1993 they amended their constitution 4 times. उन्होंने अपना constitution 4 times बदला, so as to work out an arrangement that would able everyone to live together within the same country. जिसका नतीजा क्या हुआ कि सबको सेम राइट्स मिलने चाहिए और किसी के ऊपर अन्याय नहीं होना चाहिए. द अरेंजमेंट दे वर्कड आउट इज़ डिफरेंट फ्रॉम एनी अदर कंट्री एंड इज़ वेरी इनोवेटिव. जो भी अरेंजमेंट बेल्जियम के लोगों ने, बेल्जियम के लीडर्स ने किया स्टूडेंट्स, वो इट वॉज वेरी वेरी इनोवेटिव, जो कि बाकी किसी कंट्री में अडॉप्ट नहीं किया गया था. सो हियर आर सम ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ बेल्जियम मॉडल. सो दिस इज also known as the Belgium model of accommodation. So first key point here I have mentioned that equal representation in central government. Student, on page number 4 this point is available there. So these question also can ask for 5 marks. Students, time to time I am telling you here that on every part of your lesson question definitely will ask. अगर आप क्वेश्चन फॉर्म में अगर लेसन को प्रिपेयर करते हो माय डियर चिल्ड्रन, तो इट विल वेरी वेरी इजी टू ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्रिपेयर फॉर योर बोर्ड. ओके, so let's start here that accommodation in Belgium. So the first point means in this Belgium model of accommodation, they have given that first key point I have mentioned, equal representation in central government. Means constitution prescribe that the number of Dutch and French speaking ministers shall be equal in central government also, or some special laws require the support of majority members from each linguistic group. Means thus no single community can make decision unilaterally. Unilaterally means सिंगली किसी भी ग्रुप को ये अधिकार नहीं दिया उन्होंने कि वो क्या करेंगे, डिसीजन मेकिंग का पावर उनको होगा, क्योंकि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में उन्होंने सबको इक्वल राइट दिया था डिसीजन मेकिंग का. एज डच एंड फ्रेंच स्पीकिंग पीपल वर अवेलेबल, सो बोथ दे गॉट देयर द equal representation in central government. So this is the first point. Then second point, students, that equal representation in the capital city government. So we have seen, my dear children, that in the capital city means in Brussels, the different means the majority was there, the different, or the language speaking people were there, the different means जहाँ पे पूरे country में majority किसकी थी, डच की थी, वहीं पे ब्रिसल में मेजॉरिटी किसकी थी, तो फ्रेंच पीपल की थी. तो ये भी एक डिफरेंट टेंशन क्रिएट कर सकता था. लेकिन बेल्जियम के लीडर्स ने, देखो स्टूडेंट्स, कितना समझदारी भरा उपाय निकाला उन्होंने, दैट इक्वल रिप्रेजेंटेशन इन कैपिटल सिटी गवर्नमेंट ऑल्सो. यानी जो कैपिटल सिटी का जो गवर्नमेंट था वहाँ पर भी उन्होंने क्या किया, इक्वल रिप्रेजेंटेशन रखा फॉर बोथ पीपल, फ्रेंच एंड डच. देन द थर्ड पॉइंट, पावर शेयर्ड बिटवीन सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. यानी ऐसा नहीं था कि कम्प्लीटली पावर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को दिया गया था या कम्प्लीटली पावर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को दिया था. दोनों में इक्वल पावर का शेयरिंग किया गया था. एंड दिस ऑल पॉइंट्स मीन्स यू कैन इलेबोरेट स्टूडेंट्स इन अ वेरी सिंपल लैंग्वेज. इट इज़ अवेलेबल इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक. ओके, so and the last point which is mentioned here, that cultural, educational and language associated concerns dealt by community government. और सबसे ये बड़ा अहम steps था students, apart from the central and state government there is a third kind of government also, then this is known as a community government. And this community government is elected by people belonging to one language community such as Dutch, French, German speaking, no matter where they live. कहाँ, and this government has the power regarding cultural, educational and language related issues. मीन्स एक उन्होंने थर्ड गवर्नमेंट रखा, दैट इज़ कम्युनिटी गवर्नमेंट, जहाँ पे सारे लोगों को इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दी गई थी क्या करने के लिए, दैट मीन्स रिलेटेड टू द इश्यूज, जो भी इश्यूज रहेंगे उसे टैकल करने के लिए इस गवर्नमेंट में सबको इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दी गई थी. So I hope students here you understood the accommodation policy of Belgium or the model of accommodation in Belgium. So this is all about, means here we have studied two cases of two country, that is Sri Lanka and Belgium. दोनों ने मीन्स दोनों का इंडिपेंडेंस मिलने के बाद पावर शेयरिंग कैसे हुआ था. तो यहाँ पर मीन्स इन बेल्जियम अकोमोडेशन किया गया यानी अकोमोडेट किया गया पावर को इन ऑल डिफरेंट सोशल ग्रुप ऑफ सोसाइटी. Whereas in Sri Lanka they have controlled power with the measure of majoritarianism, and what had happened there, so we all have seen. So here I would like to give you example of India also, my dear children, because in last point of this chapter we have to see the power sharing in the perspective of India only. India के point of view से ही हमें वो समझना है. So in India also lots of diversification was available there. तो हमारे leaders ने भी after getting an independence they have also accommodate there the power. उन्होंने भी जो power है वो किसी majority people के हाथ में नहीं रखी. तो उन्होंने भी power क्या की, as we are having there the different social groups, so it is divided, that power is divided, and what is the result of it, that all we people are living in a harmony. So I hope my dear children you have understood here, but one major point it has skipped, skip नहीं कहूँगी, यहाँ पे मैंने वो mention किया है which is available on page number 5. So here the point is, did you know children that Brussels was chosen as the headquarters of European Union? This question can ask there for 1 marks. ये question जो है 1 marks के लिए बहुत बहुत important है my dear children. So पहले ये समझ लेते हैं कि ये यूरोपियन यूनियन क्या है. तो यूरोपियन यूनियन मीन्स here in the last paragraph it has mentioned there that जो भी problems या जो भी means what can we say there, it is an union जहाँ पे सारे देश के लोग इकट्ठा होके किसी कोई मेजर डिसीजन अगर लेना है तो वो ले सकते हैं. और उसका हेडक्वार्टर्स उन्होंने किसको चूज़ किया था, तो ब्रसेल को चूज़ किया था, जो कि क्या था, कैपिटल ऑफ बेल्जियम. ऐसा उन्होंने क्यों किया था स्टूडेंट्स, तो ऐसा उन्होंने इसलिए किया था बिकॉज Belgium it has shown there the very innovative way towards the power sharing. So other European country people they have seen there that means how beautifully they have handled the problem. कितनी अच्छी तरीके से उन्होंने उस डाइवर्सिफिकेशन के प्रॉब्लम को हैंडल किया था और बहुत ही इनोवेटिव तरीके से उसे हैंडल करते हुए किसी भी क्राइसिस को जन्म ना देते हुए उन्होंने एक समझदारी भरा रास्ता चुना था. एंड उन्होंने मीन्स जो भी डिज़ास्टर हो सकता था मीन्स दे डिडंट लेट देम बिकम डाइवर्सिफिकेशन एज अ प्रॉब्लम. उन्होंने डाइवर्सिफिकेशन को एज अ प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट नहीं होने दिया. सो दिस इज़ ऑल अबाउट द अकोमोडेशन मॉडल इन बेल्जियम. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स in further more slide we are going to see that why the power sharing is desirable, यानी power sharing desirable क्यों होती है. तो अभी हमने अब तक लगभग आपको समझ में आ ही गया होगा स्टूडेंट्स कि power sharing यानी desirable क्यों होती है या power sharing important क्यों होती है. So in further more slide we are going to see that why the power sharing is desirable. So here power sharing is desirable for 2 reasons. पावर शेयरिंग डिज़ायरेबल किस लिए है, तो 2 रीज़न के लिए यहाँ पे पावर शेयरिंग डिज़ायरेबल है. तो पहला रीज़न है प्रूडेंशियल एंड दूसरा रीज़न है मॉरल. नाउ स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम means first of all means before sharing this or before telling this prudential and moral, I would like to little bit clear here that from all this means whatever till now we have studied, you may understand that power sharing कितना important होता है. That is only means sorry, वैसे तो आप समझ ही गए होंगे लेकिन और हम इसे डेप्थ में समझेंगे दैट वाई पावर शेयरिंग इज़ डिज़ायरेबल, जिसके ऊपर ये डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन भी आता है. सो हियर आई हैव मेंशन इन अ क्वेश्चन फॉर्मेट ओनली and in your textbook also it is available in question format only, that why power sharing is desirable. So students, this question also can ask for 5 marks or for short answer also. So let's see that why power sharing is desirable or why power sharing is important. So why power sharing is desirable? So for two reasons power sharing is desirable. That is, first one is prudential and second one is moral. So prudential, what is mean by the prudential? Let's try to understand here. सो प्रूडेंशियल मीन्स व्हाट? अगर स्टूडेंट्स क्लास में, अगर यहाँ पे मैं आप लोगों को एक एग्जांपल के साथ समझाना चाहूँगी कि अगर क्लास में 40 चिल्ड्रन है एंड 40 चिल्ड्रन में टीचर इफ़ योर टीचर इज़ गिविंग इम्पोर्टेंस टू अ पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट ओनली, तो बाकी के स्टूडेंट्स को क्या लगेगा? मीन्स बाकी के स्टूडेंट्स जो भी है उनको दे फील एलिनिएटेड एंड इट कैन क्रिएट देयर द प्रॉब्लम. सो इसीलिए पावर शेयरिंग क्या होना चाहिए? प्रूडेंशियल होना चाहिए, यानी समझदारी भरा होना चाहिए. बिकॉज अगर ये पावर शेयरिंग प्रूडेंशियल होता है, समझदारी भरा होता है, तो क्या होता है? इट रिड्यूसेस कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स बिटवीन सोशल ग्रुप. मीन्स पावर शेयरिंग जो है, why power sharing is desirable? So power sharing is desirable for two reasons, that is prudential and moral. So what is mean by prudential? Prudential means समझदारी भरा and moral means नैतिक. ये हिंदी मीनिंग मैंने आपको समझाया है. So here I have mentioned in two columns that prudential, it reduces conflicts between social group. जो prudential होता है तो वो conflicts को reduce करता है in social groups और stability देता है एक political order को. यानी जो भी एक पॉलिटिकल ऑर्डर होता है, जो भी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन होता है, उसको एक स्टेबिलिटी देता है एंड उसका रिजल्ट क्या होता है? दैट बेटर आउटकम्स वी कैन गेट, विच वी हैव सीन इन केस ऑफ बेल्जियम. Then again, second reason why power sharing is desirable. So second reason is there, that is it is moral. So it is it is the spirit of democracy. Means moral or power sharing, we can say there that it is द स्पिरिट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी. यानी क्या कि अगर हम कहते हैं दैट मीन्स डेमोक्रेसी का पावर शेयरिंग एक स्पिरिट है, यानी अगर कोई भी कंट्री डेमोक्रेसी को अडॉप्ट करता है तो पावर शेयरिंग को अडॉप्ट नहीं किया है तो क्या किया फिर? मीन्स ऐसा हम कह सकते हैं. सो डेमोक्रेसी का पावर शेयरिंग जो है वो एक स्पिरिट है. देन people have the right to be consulted for governing practices. means ये एक morality है जहाँ पे people have the right to be consulted for governing practices and power sharing is valuable. So in this way students, why power sharing is desirable? So power sharing is desirable for two reasons, that is prudential and moral. And means in prudential means if it is prudential then what can happen, and if it is moral then what can happen. So just now we have seen. So I hope my dear children you understood here. And if you do, means if you are having any query regarding this, so on page number 6 in detail the points have been mentioned. So students, if this question will ask there that why power sharing is desirable, so from means the starting paragraph you can write there the 2 or 3 lines as an introduction. Then there you can mention the title, that is prudential, and below that these 3 points you can mention. Then you can mention there the title as a moral, and then below that you can mention these 3 points, and then you can conclude your answer. So 5 marks you can get there very easily. Now students, we are moving further towards the last topic of the lesson, and that is the forms of power sharing. अभी देखो students, forms of power sharing means till now what have we seen there, means from where we have started the lesson. lesson हमने कहाँ से शुरू किया? the ethnic means lesson हमारा शुरू होता है ये कंट्री के स्टोरी के साथ. कौन सी कंट्री के स्टोरी के साथ? बेल्जियम एंड श्रीलंका, जहाँ पे हमने क्या देखा? एथनिक कंपोजिशन देखा. उसके बाद हमने उस एथनिक कंपोजिशन में ये समझा कि वहाँ पे क्या अवेलेबल है? लैंग्वेज डाइवर्सिटी अवेलेबल है. और उस लैंग्वेज डाइवर्सिटी को दोनों कंट्रीज़ ने कैसे डील किया, तो हमने देखा कि श्रीलंका ने मेजोरिटेरियनिज्म का मेजर एक्सेप्ट किया, उसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ, और इन बेल्जियम अकोमोडेशन पॉलिसी को एक्सेप्ट किया गया, उसका रिजल्ट क्या हुआ. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस 2 cases वी हैव सीन देयर दैट हाउ पावर शेयरिंग इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. एंड In next point we have seen there that why power sharing is desirable, means why power sharing is important. Now here we are going to see that forms of power sharing, means how many types are there, or the various types of power sharing, means when the power shared, so on which level or in which groups power have to be shared. So let's see. Here total four types are there. First one is power is shared among different organs of the government. Second, power is shared among government at different level. Third, power is shared among different social group. And fourth, power is also shared among political parties, pressure groups and movement. So in detail, students, in furthermore slide we are going to see the first point here, that power sharing among organs of the government. ये जो सबसे पहला ये जो है form of power sharing. So here what happened, that power shared among the organs of the government. So in 9th standard, my dear children, you have seen there what are the different organs of government here, which is mentioned here: legislature, executive and judiciary. Where the legislature उनका काम क्या होता है, they make there the law. Then executives, उनका काम क्या होता है, they implemented the law. And who are the candidates, or which groups are mentioned there in the executives, such as police, ministers, prime ministers. And what is their work? So they implement the law. And the judiciary, they resolve disputes, means जो न्याय देने का काम जो होता है, that court, supreme court or the judges, they known as a judiciary who resolves the disputes. So power shared among the organs of the government, यानी ये जो power सबसे पहला type जो है power sharing का, here power has been shared among the organs of the government, such as legislature, executive, judiciary. And when this power shared in this three organs of government, it keeps a check on each other. यानी ऐसा नहीं है कि completely right लेजिस्लेचर को दिया गया है, एग्जीक्यूटिव को दिया गया है, जुडिशरी को दिया गया है, यानी जिसके मन में जो आएगा वो करेगा. नो. सो ये जो भी एक सिस्टम है, इट्स कीप अ चेक ऑन ईच अदर एंड दिस रिजल्ट इन बैलेंस ऑफ पावर अमंग वेरियस इंस्टीट्यूशन. जिसका रिजल्ट क्या होता है, विच कीप्स देयर द बैलेंस ऑफ पावर अमंग various institution, and this arrangement is also called as a system of check and balance. And this distribution of power, it is also known as a horizontal distribution, where means in your textbook it has mentioned, my dear children, on page number 8. इसको horizontal distribution क्यों कहा जाता है, तो on all same level it is exercised, means जो भी power है it is exercised on same level, such as means central level, state level or the district level. So that's why means equally power को share किया गया है, that's why it is also known as a horizontal distribution of power. And this arrangement is also called as a system of check and balance. Why it is called as a system of check and balance? Because here in this slide it may clear to you that एक दूसरे का मीन्स एक दूसरे के ऊपर चेक होता है, जिससे क्या बना रहता है, बैलेंस बना रहता है. नाउ द नेक्स्ट टाइप वी आर गोइंग टू सी, that is power sharing at different levels of government. In our earlier slide, students, what we have seen there, the power is shared among different organs of government. Now here the power sharing at different levels of government, वहाँ पे organs थे, यहाँ पे levels है. यहाँ पे power को कैसे share किया गया है, different levels में share किया गया है, that is central government, state government and local self government. Okay, so in next slide I have mentioned this distribution, and this distribution of power, it is known as a vertical distribution, because यहाँ से power को क्या किया गया है, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से थोड़ा सा पावर लेके स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को दिया गया है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से थोड़ा सा पावर लेके लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट को दिया है, जहाँ पे लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट में पंचायत और म्यूनिसिपैलिटी आती है. सो दिस इज मीन्स दिस काइंड ऑफ पावर शेयरिंग और the distribution of power, it is known as a vertical distribution of power. So I hope students it is cleared here, and it is also known as a federal division of power. So students, हमारा अगला chapter ही है वो federal मीन्स व्हाट इज़ फेडरलिज्म. सो यहाँ पे सिर्फ इतना समझो, दैट इज़ फेडरलिज्म यानी द डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. जस्ट keep in your mind this thing only, because it will definitely very clear in your next chapter, because that is the only complete chapter what is meant by the federalism. So I hope students till now you understood two types of power sharing we have seen here. First one, among different organs of government, which is known as a horizontal distribution, and second one we have seen here, the power sharing different among governments at different level, which is known as a vertical distribution of power. Now the third form of a power sharing, that is power sharing among different social group. मीन्स यहाँ पे जो भी पावर शेयर किया गया है, अंडर दिस अरेंजमेंट गवर्नमेंट एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन गिव्स स्पेस टू द डाइवर्स एंड सोशल ग्रुप. मीन्स जो अलग अलग डाइवर्स्ड सोशल ग्रुप है उनको स्पेस दिया गया है. इन दिस वे माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी गेट अ फेयर शेयर इन पावर. एंड व्हाई दिस प्रोविजन हैज़ बीन डन देयर, दैट इन दिस वे माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी गेट अ फेयर शेयर इन पावर. उनको क्या मिलेगा, माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी को भी एक फेयर शेयर मिलेगा इन पावर. यहाँ पे मैंने कम्युनिटी डिफरेंट सोशल ग्रुप्स वो कौन से हैं, तो हियर आई हैव मेंशन दैट डिफरेंट माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप्स दैट सच एज शेड्यूल्ड ट्राइब्स, other scheduled tribes, backward class and scheduled class. So this is the third form of power sharing, that is power shared among different social group such as scheduled tribes, other scheduled tribes, backward class or scheduled caste, which is known as a minority. Now the last form of power sharing, and that is power sharing among political parties, pressure groups and movement. So in democracy, different parties compete to come to the power, and in case no party gets majority, then two or more parties form an alliance to come to power and form a coalition government there. Now स्टूडेंट्स, जब मेजॉरिटी नहीं हो पाता है, यानी मेजॉरिटी होने के लिए अगर 270 सीट्स चाहिए, एंड इन बीजेपी मीन्स इफ दे सिक्योर्ड देयर ओनली 250 सीट्स, so to form, means in such type of situation or in such type of cases, to form a government they can take the help from other parties. means वो other parties को importance देते हैं, फिर उनके seats यहाँ पे means लिए जाते हैं, and more than one party, बाकी सभी पार्टी को मिला के गवर्नमेंट तैयार किया जाता है, जिसे क्या कहा जाता है, the form of coalition government. Then pressure groups here, what are this pressure group? So students, in your textbook in a last paragraph here it is mentioned that traders, businessmen, industrialists, farmers and industrial worker, they also will have a share in the governmental power, either through the participation in governmental committees or bringing influence on the decision making process. Means ये जो powerful group होते हैं such as the pressure group and the movements, they also get their the power in or the participation in government. So students, I hope it is clear there that the four forms of available there of power sharing. First one is there among different organs of government, where the power is shared among different organs of government, which is known as a horizontal distribution of power. Then in second form we have seen there power can be shared among governments at different level, which is known as a horizontal distribution of power. Then in third power sharing we have seen there power may also be shared among different social groups such as minority group. And in fourth we have seen there that power sharing arrangement can also be seen in the way of political parties, pressure groups and movement. So students, here I have mentioned the coalition party, means when the Manmohan Singh government was available there, that time majority vote was not happened there, and they have formed there the coalition government. So this is all about our chapter. So till now what have we seen, my dear children? So let's take here the snap recap. That first we have seen there the Belgium and Sri Lanka, where we have seen ethnic composition of both country. Then after seeing this ethnic composition, we understood there that on the basis of language diversification is available there, and how did Sri Lanka deal to this diversification and how did Belgium deal to this diversification. So we have seen Sri Lanka dealt with this diversification by adopting the majoritarianism major. So that is our second point, majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. And then furthermore we have seen there that how did Belgium reacted or dealt towards the problem of this diversification on the basis of language. So we have seen there they adopted the accommodation model or accommodation policy. That is our third point, accommodation in Belgium. Then on the basis of this two case studies of countries, we understood there that why power sharing is desirable, and in that point we have seen there that why power sharing is desirable. So for two reasons power sharing is desirable, and what are those two reasons? Prudential and moral. And in last point what have we seen there? The forms of power sharing. So there different forms of power sharing we have seen. I hope students you understood the lesson here. So here uh, I'm going to concluding the lesson, but before concluding the lesson, one activity I would like to give you here, which is mentioned in your textbook. Read any newspaper for 1 week and make clippings of news related to ongoing conflicts or wars, and a group of 5 students could pull their clipping together and do the following. So classify these conflicts by their location, your state, India, outside India. Find out the causes of each of this conflict, how many of these are related to power sharing disputes, and which of these conflicts could be resolved by working out power sharing arrangements. So means students, you can read different newspapers, you can cutting out means whatever the points here I have mentioned. So you can make the cutouts and you can paste there, and you can make their means 1 or 2 pages you can write there on 1 or 2 pages, and you can paste it in your portfolio file. So I hope students you understood the lesson. This is very interesting and easy lesson, and on each part of this lesson question can definitely ask. So thank you so much students to listen me very calmly and very peacefully. Thank you so much. So in furthermore session we will see there the different chapter. So till then, stay happy, stay connected, and stay safe. Thank you so much.